People, welcome back to Politics Watch. This is Sir P. Now, today I'm going to talk about a topic that I was hoping I wouldn't have to address again, especially so shortly. But then again, who was I kidding? This is Jamaica after all, and clearly our culture has a serious problem when it comes on to man and woman affair. And 95% of it comes down to mindset, and I'm going to tell you why I believe so. Now, before I go any further, let me just put this out there as a disclaimer. People, when you hear me talk about certain things, I'm talking about personal experience. Nobody can say to me, "Sir Pete, easy for you to say that because I never used to do this too, and this never happened to you." People, almost everything I can think about when it comes on to man and woman affairs happened to me already. Right? Heartbreak, misery, everything. I've been there. We've all been there. That's part of life. Okay? When I was a young youth, right, fresh out of high school, me did have a girl, right, pretty like Negril sunset and full of curves like the road for go up a Blue Mountain, right? And it end up, so that's big man fly down from foreign with drugs money and buy her away and eat her away from me. See? And what did I do? People, I call it a loss. I go listen to my Brian McKnight CD, I'ma move on. Okay? I've been there. Every scenario you can think about, I've been through it, people. So you can't tell me, say, "Well, Sir P, easy for you to say that." I've been there, people. Right? This is how man and woman affair work. Right? So let me just put that disclaimer out there. Right? So let's get into this story, people. The first one I want to talk about, right, is the JDF member. Right? 35-year-old corporal by the name of Duran McKenzie. Now, I was reading in the Observer, one of his neighbors, a lady who say he basically treat her like she mother. People, this youth was telling people what he was going to do. Right? As a matter of fact, the machine when he used to wet up the woman and himself, I take it out of camp. Right? Basically I thief it. He wasn't supposed to have it. Right? Now, apparently when the gathering was going on, a group of women were standing around, right, talking about him and his woman. And one of the women them was talking about how every time them used to see him used to be carrying her handbag and escorting her to the bus stop. Right? And she was saying, oh, he was nice and he's courteous. And then apparently one of them said the words, and I quote, "Man we carry woman handbag can kill woman." End quote. See, this is the kind of simpleton culture that annoys me whenever I speak to fully grown adults in Jamaica. What she mean, man we carry woman and back and kill woman? What the hell does that prove? What does... See, people, see, these things annoy me when we even read. Sometimes like these papers need to know who them are interview and who them are quote. As a journalist, you have to just tell some people, say, listen, move from right here and go sit down. Right? We need to talk to people who have sense. Right, because we don't know how that is relevant to not know what going on. So. Right? A matter of fact, the fact same man escort or got a bus stop, that not show say he's full of chivalry. I probably watch him and watch the woman front. Right? Let's be realistic here. So you can't know what going on just by looking from the outside and say, "Oh boy, I'm so nice to come and follow her go bus stop." It can be because he want to make sure she's safe, or it can be because he want to watch the woman front because he's overly possessive. Right? And obviously it seems to be the latter in this case. Now the lady, who as I said was like a mother figure to him, she said these words. Check this out, people. I quote, "He was a jovial person. Him love drink, him love talk. Him cannot take problem. There is nothing that him not come and tell me." End quote. Right. So he's a jovial person. First of all, every killer in Jamaican history is jovial. Anyone notice that? Every murderer in Jamaican history was jovial and a nice person, especially the one them when they ran to take out the woman. Always the same story. But then here she mentioned him love drink, so he had an alcohol problem. Now let me tell you this right now, people. It don't get talked about enough, but the JDF and the JCF has a serious issue when it comes down to drinking. Right? The rumhead culture is rampant within the JDF and the JCF. We can move on. Quote her again. "I talked to him last night, Saturday, but the same thing will happen. Him and she had a problem and she called him every minute last night on the phone. And some things what she said to him trigger him off. She say, and now she quotes the woman, this is the woman when take out, "At tonight you go kill me cause me see you carry him 2 extra clip." End quote. People, when this is how madness is. The woman who got taken out, his woman, said to him, the JDF man, say, "At tonight you go kill me cause me see you carry home 2 extra clip." People, what is really going on here? So, she saw it coming, and you've probably heard the voice note where he sounded like an emotional wreck. He was in tears, and she was so calm. She was so calm, it was scary. Now, I don't know if that calmness come from the fact that she had resigned to the fact that she had gonna lose her life, which would be crazy to me, right? To see that somebody could be that calm, thinking, as accepting that something that happened to them, or it's a case where she doesn't never take him serious. I don't know. But when I listen to that voice note and hear how calm that woman was, I don't know. Right? I don't know. And as I said, this lady is saying the woman did something to trigger him off. Okay, we don't know what that is, but again, we heard the voice note and we heard the things he was saying. Him saying put everything in her, him give her everything. Classic case. Right? And I'm going to go back to how mindset is relevant to all of this. Now, the lady goes on to say, they had an argument earlier in the evening before she come home. And when she come home, that is what she said to me. So him come around here to cool off. Me I try cool it off, but it no cool off. It get better. Alright. She goes on to state, "Boy, I don't know what to tell you. Boy, I don't know what to say." Right. She said, him say him would do it still. Him talk about that more than one time. Him talk about it every day. Daily when him and I have arguments. People, what did I say in my last video about the Chantel story down there in Manchester? When you hear a man telling you say them are gonna do things, believe them. When you hear a man telling you say them are come, if you do this, them are gonna do this, people, believe them. The days of empty threats are over. You have to take everybody serious, especially somebody who's already trained to kill. Which JDF man I go tell you say I'm gonna do this to you and you not take him serious? He was telling people daily. Him talk about it every day. People, understand this. I am not trying to shift any blame on this woman, so let me get that clear. This soldier, the corporal, is fully responsible for his actions. But let me tell you this out there. Maybe it can save a life coming on the road. You see, if you know a member of the JDF or the JCF who is behaving like this, who are telling you them go wet up somebody and them go lick down somebody and all of this, you, and by you I mean even especially the spouse can go to the JDF and the JCF and report it, and once it reaches certain people, that officer or that soldier can get disarmed. So even if the person have a firearm and he thinks, oh well, him strap on me, listen, them can get disarmed. There are policies in place where certain members, once they can show us a list, especially if you have a text, right? So ideally you'd want something to be on a voice note or a text message or something for that. You don't really want to do the he say, she say. But once you can show us a listen, this person you're constantly tell me, I'm going to do me this, and see him say, I'm going to do me this, they can get disarmed, people, right? Because this youth, as the woman said, was telling people daily, right? But then again, you know what? In this particular case, a thief, him got thief weapon. So again, would that even do anything? Because where there's a will, there's a way, right? So it just goes to show you, as I said, we have to throw all of the blame on this. Because people can say, well, Sir P, she triggered him off and she said this and she said that. People, you know why we can't even look at this in this case? Because the universe just so happened to set it so that the very next day, down there in St. Elizabeth, a woman actually left Fairman and moving back with her parents, and the man go down there, jump through a window, go take her life. So you see, one of the classic arguments is that, well, if she knows so him abusive and him threaten her, she should have left. Well, guess what? The woman in St. Elizabeth left, and see what the man do? The man follow her, jump through window, and still take her out. So this is why I'm showing you, this is a mindset that is rampant amongst Jamaican men. Now, the man them forget the spotlight shine upon them, right? Because enough people now go telling you this, you know, right? Enough people now go telling you we're syrupy above we telling you, because true, them want to be popular and they want to be liked. Let me tell you this, I will start man and man now. This scarcity mindset that Jamaican men have when it comes on to woman, it have to stop. Me don't know where men get this idea from. Say, them have to put every single thing them have in a woman. And if them and the woman fall out, if them and the woman are left, then them life have to done and the woman life have to done. That is complete foolishness. Right? In Jamaica, Jamaican females are the exact opposite. They have an abundant mindset. A Jamaican woman with no education, no teeth in her mouth, weigh 500 pounds, and have 20 pitney with 20 different men, still think in a fair mind she can always get a better man. People, in Jamaica, any woman, no matter where she look like, no matter which girl she come from, no matter how she poor, no matter how she look pop down, in fair mind, she can get a better man than you. That is the mindset Jamaican women have. This is why we don't hear them a lick down man and a lick down themselves. Because them ball for a day or 2 weeks and then move on. Because in a for them mind them think, we can always get somebody else. But Jamaican men have a scarcity mindset. Even the one who claim them are galleys. From them and a woman, from them can't control the woman no more and the woman are left, next man take her away. You must go lick down the woman, lick down the man, lick down the goat, cat, everybody get wet up. That is a scarcity mindset, people. It is the rampant in Jamaica. And it is the root cause of the bad mind that is so common in Jamaica. Because scarcity mindset is at the foundation of bad mind. Because, for example, them see somebody a drive one Benz. Because they have a scarcity mindset, thinking so well there's a huge shortage of Benz, and them not go get none, them start have a feelings towards the person. If you want to look on crime, we could look on crime. You have man who say them a scammer. Right? Man I make millions out of scamming. A man take somebody off of him lead sheet. Take somebody off of him lead sheet. Right? And because of that one person come off, instead of focusing on the 500 other victims them off on the lead sheet him can reach off of, him focus on the one with the smarty take, gone up at the smarty yard gonna lick them down. And next thing you know, in that jail, our smarty else come lick him down back in a retaliation. Right? This mindset is rampant in Jamaica. Man say them a do extortion. Everybody have them want some of them a extort. Man a make millions. Somebody else come and take away the money from the taxi man him not get it from. Instead of focusing on the other 5 with the taxi them when him can extort, him focus on the one him lose out on and go war, man. It's a scarcity mindset. Right? It is rampant in Jamaica, and it is why I don't really trust no Jamaican man when it comes down to woman. Because the other man can be friend for 100 years and see a woman, he may lick out the head top. Right? People, this attitude has to change. It has to change. Boy, I don't know. It's tragic. Real tragic. Anyway, Patreon squad, big up on yourself. Please like, comment, and share the video. Bless.